And another one. And another one bites the dust. This is such a beautiful angle. And my double chin. Is anybody gonna watch? Shave and a haircut. 6 bits. Hi, Marcy. How are you, love? I'm doing. I'm frustrated. Katie has strep for the 3rd time in less than 60 days. Oh no, why are you in the ER? Because of your tooth? Yep. So we started the 3rd round of antibiotics today. Frustrating. Oh no, love, did you hurt it or was it just bothering you? Like, did you twist it or something or what? Or did it just start bothering you? I'm praying for you, love. I can't imagine. Oh no, love, I'm praying. I get so caught up in everything going on right now with Katie during the day. Hey, Pam. That I don't forget, but I put in the back of my mind the things that y'all are going through too. And I shouldn't do that. That's very selfish. I need to work on it. Hi, Pam. We're just talking about how Marcy hurt her other knee today, and now she's in the emergency room, and how Katie tested positive for strep for the 3rd time in less than 60 days. So, how are you? Are you good? I haven't talked to you in a while. I've been MIA. I'm texting, Instagram, uploading videos. I've just been on my lives when I can be. When I try to be every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Because this is my self-care, and Nova is up there. Looks like she's on my head. Novi! What are you doing up there? Kitty, kitty. What are you doing? So the doctor that we see, like normally, that we've been seeing while we wait to get into children's, did call children's today to see if maybe like a call from a doctor would help her get in. any sooner than January, no, than June. And the answer is no, not really. They did move her to the top of the cancellation list, but there's no guarantees with that, so we just wait. So I'm hoping that means she'll have her surgery in July. And hopefully that'll fix all the problems, the strep problems, the lymph node problems. Wishful thinking, huh? Hi, E. I'm just frustrated. Katie tested positive for strep for the third time in less than 60 days this morning. So sorry for you, those of you who have to hear me repeat that. Yeah, we're trying to get her tonsils removed yet. But we can't even get into the ENT until June, as it stands right now, so. And if we're at the rate we're going, she will have had strep a total of 6 or 7 times if we keep going at the pace we're going now. Because at this rate, she tested positive for strep. She was on the antibiotics for 10 days. She tested negative after being off the antibiotics for 7 days. Then she tested positive 3 days later. And then she did her second round of antibiotics. She's been done with that since, let's see, Friday was a week. Saturday, Sunday. She was off of those antibiotics for 10 days, and now she's got strep again. So it's like we're 10 days on antibiotics, 10 days off, 10 days on, 10 days off, 10 days on, 10 days off. And her lymph nodes are still swollen, and we are supposed to get blood work done Wednesday, but I think I'm going to have to call and reschedule, and and I'm just frustrated. I need answers. I need a solution for the tonsils, and I need answers as to why her lymph nodes are still swollen. It could just be that the strep isn't actually going away with the antibiotics, and that the one negative test that she has gotten was a false negative. Maybe they didn't swab it good enough. But, and it seems like every time it either flares up or she gets it again or whatever the case may be, her symptoms are getting worse. So like the first time she tested positive for strep, the only reason we took her into the doctor was because of her swollen lymph nodes. She didn't complain of her throat hurting, no sniffles, no fever, nothing. The second time she tested positive, she was complaining her ears hurt, she had an ear infection and strep. This morning she threw up, was complaining that her throat was burning, and she said it was a little hard to breathe and she had a stuffy nose. So, it's like each time we have to do this, the symptoms are worse and worse. And yes, Pam, I know they can build up an immunity. That's why we're not using the same antibiotic every time. Shut up. Rude. Can I have that, please? What? Is that in your hand? No, the other hand. Don't be smart. Please, don't throw it at me. Shut up. It's been a lot. But how are you, E? How is your health? I know you were in the hospital a few weeks ago and I haven't really talked to you much. How are you? Marcy is in the ER right now, unfortunately. What? I thought you said your shoes were streaming, and I was about to be like, what? On top of that, I've had a very bad toothache the last couple days. I we are just starting the testing process, Aaron. I have or E, I have no idea. We took her in for an ultrasound. The doctor said, we think it's benign, which you can't really tell from an ultrasound. I mean, I guess there could be characteristics that you could see in an ultrasound, but you can't base your diagnosis off of the ultrasound. She hurt her knee, Aaron. Anyways, the lymph node, it's like on her. Look, you guys, I'm already getting a tan. It's like right here on her trap area. It when they did the ultrasound, it was 18.5 millimeters by 13 millimeters by 5 millimeters. Oh, E, we're praying for you, love. Uh, Dang. See, that's kind of if the lymph node isn't caused from strep, that's kind of where the doctors are leaning towards, even though they think it's benign. That's not good enough for me. So we're supposed to be getting blood work done Wednesday, but I think I'm gonna have to reschedule it, and I really don't want to, but it is what it is. I need to dye my hair, but that's like at the bottom of my priority list right now. My husband finally decided to change my front porch light that's been out for 6 months in the middle of a lightning storm last night. So there you go. No, man. Yeah, they do need to do a biopsy, but getting blood work will which is kind of pointless now that she has strep. Again, the blood work would like tell us if it's an infection, if there might be something else going on. They can check a lot of things through blood, and that would kind of give us, like a starting point when we get to children's. But now that she has strep, I don't know if they would be able to rule out one way or the other. I don't know. We'll see. I'm hoping I'm hoping we get into children sooner, but also I'm kind of hoping that this is our last round of antibiotics until school's out and she can, go to school and finish out the year without missing any more days. After this round, she will have missed 10 days of school in the last 2 months because of all this. Now, luckily, as long as we have doctor's notes, they don't count against her. But if we didn't have doctor's notes for all of this, she would be having to repeat the second grade. I don't know why I'm so tired. I really haven't done anything the last 3 days. I did pick up some work for her today. Now, usually they don't, um, our school, like our elementary school, um, at our school, they've had so many problems with parents just doing the work for the kids and sending it back to the school. So they don't really like to send work home if kids miss in like elementary school. But because they do know um what's going on, I did inform them. Just because she was having some emotional outbursts and some behavioral issue changes and personality changes, I just wanted the school to be aware. So that way, if they encounter that at school, because they only know her as the sweet, loving, caring, helpful, motivated, ready to learn little girl that she is most of the time. But she is having, because she's scared about getting her tonsils out, which is all she knows about the situation. She don't know um, why we're getting all these ultrasounds and stuff done, because until we know more, I don't want her any more freaked out than she is. But so anyways, I said all that to say they usually don't, but I called up there today to let them know, and her grade in math is already starting to slip, and I just said I don't want her anymore behind. And so they did let us bring her home. So her work for today and tomorrow that she's gonna miss. So yeah, it is ridiculous, but I mean, I have empathy because um, I am trying to get into the children's hospital, which one has had limited capacity the last 2 years because of COVID. And also, I know that there are other kids who I shouldn't compare, but I know there are other kids also waiting to get in because they might be having more severe, more life-threatening, issues, or they're already going there and have appointments because their issues have already been found and they're undergoing treatment. And I'm more empathetic to it taking so long because I've had family that have had to go to children's um, for care, and so I'm trying not to be like angry that it's taking so long, but of course I am angry. Yeah. Well, that and having to get her tonsils removed is the first like major health thing she's ever had, and so I imagine, and she's never had to have surgery, and she doesn't know what that's like. She's never even had blood drawn before, so I'm sure she's like scared and nervous. That's so wrong. They need to think of the children, not the parents. Yeah, yeah. Okay, I know what autoimmune means, and I'm gonna imagine neuropsychiatric disorders. What's an autoimmune neuropsychiatric disorder? I'm imagining that's in like an autoimmune brain disorder. Like I can decipher that, but I don't know what even. And so OCD is one of those things. What else is one of those things? Like ADHD, is that one of those things or not? I'm so dumb. My husband's streaming, so sorry if you hear him. I mean, I'm sure learning about it is fascinating, Eric. E, I, I don't I don't think like actually watching the process potentially happen in your child is very fascinating. Yes, I did know strep can cause scarlet fever. Can also cause Steven Johnson syndrome, I believe. Interesting. I do like watching documentaries. Where can I find this documentary? Netflix? Discovery? Disney? Paramount? Hulu? That's what I told Katie. I said the biggest thing you have to worry about is what kind of ice cream and what flavor popsicles you are gonna want to eat for a week. And of course, even though Katie's pretty asymptomatic and they don't think she's contagious. Huh. Yeah, that is crazy. Oh, well. You can get lactose-free ice cream, gelato. I think that's dairy-free. But I'm sure she's gonna have like Jello and popsicles and smoothies. But it's kind of like I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place because, like, I know that leaving her strep untreated can lead to a whole slew of problems. But I also know that being on antibiotics for this long can cause a whole slew of problems. So it's like I gotta kind of. I don't know what to do. I will do that. I like documentaries. Huh. Well, don't ever take that, Aaron. Um, I don't know it. I'm just so confused at how she can just keep getting it in rapid succession like this. Like I've heard of people getting it like 6, 8 times a year, but never 3 times in less than 2 months. What do you need, baby? What? Why don't you go lay down for a little bit and rest? And if it's still hurting in a little bit, I'll get you some medicine, okay? So just try to lay down and close your eyes and see if that helps, okay? Oh, dang. I mean, and next step, if we can't get into children's any sooner, if she tests positive for strep again, is a very potent, very strong antibiotic. Because me and the doctor are pretty much under the same assumption that it's never actually gone away. So, oh, she is. She is. And you can tell it's really wearing on her. She thinks she's never going to get better. How do I figure that out? Like, can you. Why am I so medically dumb? Can you. English! Words, Shannon. Think, then speak. Send the word from your brain to your mouth and let it come out. Do you test for those through blood tests or what? Like, how do I figure it out? Like, what kind of is there like a certain test I should ask for? Will the ENT like automatically look for that kind of stuff? I don't know. I know nothing. And like, then that opens a whole new can of worms because that's not even a theory I thought of, but it would make sense. Did you know? Did you know that even if you get your tonsils and adenoids taken out, you can technically still get strep throat? It just makes it less likely. Crazy. Yeah. I wonder if they're, I mean, I know they're running like a full on checking a lot of things that wouldn't even be related. Like, I know they're gonna run her A1C, they're gonna check a whole bunch of other crap too, besides just figuring out, some of the things. Hmm. Hey, Sheila. Next time we go to the doctor or when we see the ENT, whichever one comes first, I'm gonna ask them about that. My brain has forgotten words. Or when the nurse calls me to give me her blood results, I will ask about that. Whichever one comes first. Yep, your adenoids can grow back. You can still get strep without tonsils. Your tonsils actually do have a purpose. Also, I don't really know what that purpose is. Something about like protecting your body, healing your body. My grandpa was born with no tonsils. Did you know that could happen? I didn't. I mean, I guess it makes sense. You can be born with no arm, no finger, no ear. Why not be born with no tonsils? I'm just kind of feeling defeated at the moment when it comes to everything going on with Katie because it's like poor girl can't catch a break. Okie dokie, Aaron. What? Because I don't think you have snot in your nose. I just think your nose is swollen. Well, when you get sinus infections, sometimes your sinus cavities can swell up and make it feel like you got stuff in your nose, but you don't. Okay? Go lay down. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be on here, guys, if she keeps... up like this. What? Okay, but you don't need it up very loud, okay? Hey. And not the same song over and over and over again. All right, good night. Love you. I'm tired. Why am I so tired? I literally, yesterday, I did nothing. And I slept from 1 o'clock till 4:30. And then today, I laid down in my bed at like 12:30, 1 o'clock. I didn't go to sleep, but I laid there until about 4:30. I like dozed in and out for like 30 minutes. But I've just been so tired. Well, I tried to like be a girl and paint my fingernails, you know. This one broke off and ripped half the fingernail polish off with it. The rest of them still look pretty decent. Let me, you know. Yeah, I don't. Like, and it's weird because I can go to bed, I'll go to bed and I won't be able to fall asleep. I'll be so tired, but I won't be able to fall asleep. I usually hate napping because I usually wake up feeling like crap. Pounding headache. But yesterday, I felt pretty good yesterday after I woke up from my nap. And then I went to bed early. I went to bed at like 8:30 instead of like 10. Yeah. Yeah. I've been trying so hard not to, because Katie's not the only one I've got in my life going through some pretty serious health things right now. One of the closest people to me, not in my house, but outside of my house, they are going through some really, they have to get some tests done too, and it's really not looking that great. So that's going on, and getting Delson ready for kindergarten. I just registered him on Friday. I mean, I don't even know how my brain isn't melted right now. How was the weather here today? It was cool, but not cold. Overcast, but not rainy. It rained a little bit this morning, but it wasn't like super rainy. If it would have been 70, the weather would have been perfect today with the overcast and the wind, slight wind. I nap every day after I drop my kids off at school because I sleep horrible at night. I get my best sleep around 6 a.m., but gotta leave at 7:30 to take kids. Today I didn't get home till 9:22. Dang. See, I always get my best sleep from the time Zach goes to work to the time my kids get up. That's when I feel like I finally get to sleep the best, but then I don't actually get to sleep. And I shouldn't say by the time my kids get up, I mean by the time I have to get up to put Katie on the bus at like 7 o'clock. So from like 5 to 7 is when I get my best sleep. What? Usually I can't fall back to sleep until like 5:30, and that's when Delson's getting up and he'll come lay on me on the couch and like try and talk to me, and I'll turn the TV on and I say that like I'm annoyed by it, and sometimes I am. But most of the time I think it's pretty cute. And then I'll like sit here and doze off while he's talking to me while still trying to hold a conversation with him. And then before I know it, it's time for Katie to go get up. And so I'm still trying to doze while she's like making her breakfast and getting ready for school. I wish it would always be like 75 with a slight breeze. That would be perfect weather for me. She's watching Kids or listening to Kids Bop on my Pandora. Y'all, I'm gonna fall asleep. Dang. What was I gonna say? Hmm, don't remember. I was gonna say. The hell was I gonna say? I don't know what I was gonna say. Must not be that important. Oh, I was gonna tell you. So Luca, he he today he learned when I asked him what a dog says, he goes arf arf, and it's the cutest thing ever. And also, he has started fake sneezing, and he thinks it's hilarious when you fake sneeze, and that's hilarious too. But yes, you guys, before I actually fall asleep on here, I'm going to go to bed because that would be pretty embarrassing if I just fell asleep. I love you all. I'm praying for you all, even in the midst of all this crap that I'm going through. It is still very important to me to pray for you guys and let you guys know that I love you. I do have a grocery haul to upload when I remember to do it, so maybe I'll do that before I go to bed. Um, just be praying for my sanity and that we will find peace in whatever God has decided this journey is going to lead us. That we will find peace in it no matter what. Like at this point, I'm not asking for prayer that like I just want prayers for peace in whatever decision it is that God has for her. Um, I love you guys. I'm praying for you guys. And please don't hesitate to message me if you need me. Bye bye.